YouTube! What's up, guys? How you doing? It's Mike.
This is Jenny.
Pratt Family Homestead. Hey, 2016 review. We are not going to talk about 2017.
We'll see how long till he's still.
So we're gonna talk about some successes and some failures. We've already got plans for next year, but that'll be a video next week or the week after. So please make sure you watch that one. We're just gonna focus on 2016. And Jenny is trying to be slick with some candy over here. We had a very busy year. We put a lot on our shoulders this year, or I put a lot on our shoulders this year. And generally speaking, it was all success and a lot of hard work. And overall, a 2016 scorecard for us, I give us a success.
Oh, I thought there was going to be like an 8 out of 10 or something like that for a scorecard, but yeah.
10 out of 10. But no,
well, I'm an 11.
2016 definitely a success.
Yes.
And we had some hardships along the way. Probably one of the biggest hardships was, no, not Jenny herself, but
Yes, why am I a hardship?
you guys know. You know.
No, it was, you're such a pain. Thank you for showing the world what I put up with. Being diagnosed with melanoma. Definitely could have been much worse than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed on top of it. Very relatively easy procedure. I mean, still painful and
It was
not
painful,
what
and it
you
was
want.
painful for a long time, and it was right in the middle of getting everything done.
Hay and yep.
Just getting the horse and
Yep.
everything. It was
Everything.
canning. It was in the middle of everything. It
Yep.
was bad.
Yeah.
But clean bill of health now. So
We got through it and
yep.
yeah, everything went.
I just had to crack the whip a little harder. That was all.
Whatever.
So let's dive right into it. So we're gonna start at garden.
Sure.
Okay, garden.
Eat my chocolate.
Overall a big success. As soon as she puts something in her mouth, I'm gonna ask her a question.
I'm just gonna give him the evil eye. It's okay.
Overall, a huge success. We. So Jenny, but we do have a couple big failures. One is this year we could not get lettuce to grow. Lettuce or spinach or cabbage, broccoli. We had no problem with the stuff the previous year, our first year, but last year none of that would grow. And same with winter squash, like pumpkins and stuff along those lines. Even watermelon, we only got one watermelon out of the whole thing all year.
Yeah, and it wasn't even great.
Yeah, it wasn't all that big.
Last year we got a good size, couple
Right.
good sized watermelons. I even froze a bunch, gave them to chickens and whatnot. But this year we got like one watermelon.
And I thought of another failure just now is the tomatoes overall were a success. But I had this great idea of how I was going to string up the tomatoes. Wow. They pretty much stayed on the ground.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so that was, we still got a lot of tomatoes. But
yeah.
next year we got to put them up a lot better than what we did. So
yeah, they'll need a little bit extra care. But overall, the amount of food that we produced and trying new things and having it grow, like turnips exploded no matter where we put them.
They did great. Okay, so we're back. Jenny had a little chocolate break.
Naturally, in the middle of recording, the phone spazzes out.
So where were you?
I was just saying that overall everything was successful.
The
What
garden
we did
was
get
good,
to grow,
yep.
we did get a lot of food put away.
A lot of different stuff was very good. Sunflowers, beans and green beans and peas and
Tried different cucumbers. I really like those.
yeah, everything was overall a success except for a couple of those failures.
Yes.
So let's go right to. And again, we're not going to discuss what's going on next year, not in this video.
Livestock.
Livestock.
I get a horse.
So we'll start with the horse.
Yep, I got a horse.
Which we don't even consider livestock anymore because I've moved it off the homestead expense sheet to the pets sheet.
To the most expensive thing in the world sheet.
Yes, I have told Jenny she has She should be very happy because she has the most expensive pet in the world.
That he's lovable.
I didn't know horses had chiropractors.
They do.
Here.
And he's feeling much better.
Just take it.
he's feeling much better.
All right, so yeah, actually everything with the horse went great.
Yeah, he's doing amazing.
Yeah, the fencing, the stall, everything has seemed to work out great for him.
Yep. 7 months, and so far he's still happy with their decisions. Well, I think we're on a good path.
He hasn't left us yet.
Well, he tried.
Well, he did try once. And that included Jenny running through a field.
I'm pretty sure after that I could have run a marathon. Not now, but.
So what do you want to do? You want to do pigs or lambing or what?
Let's go ahead and do lambing.
Okay. That was a huge success.
Yep, our first birthing.
We've never been through anything. I mean, I think I've seen dogs and cats be born before.
I haven't even seen that. Just humans.
Just humans.
And only mine.
But the lambing was our very first birthing, and she had some trouble getting those babies out of there. And after 2.5 hours of labor, I basically gently drug one out. I'll try to link that video up there, so we don't got to talk about it too much. But so after that first baby came out, the next lamb popped out. Boom.
Yeah, she was good to go. And then the next morning, Mike went down to check on the animals after a coyote ran across the backside of our property, and our other ewe had lambed the little girl, the little ewe, the ewe lamb.
Lamb ewe?
Nellie.
Nellie. Nellie is her name.
Nellie is her name.
So that was a very...
In case it weirds y'all out, I'm moving the plant. It's on my new turntable, sorry.
This thing.
Yes, I was wiggling it around.
So that was very gratifying, I guess, satisfying, and a huge confidence builder.
Yeah.
Knowing that, oh, wow, we can do the babies thing with animals. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure that hopefully we personally do not encounter any difficulties like that. I'm sure that there are some episodes where it does not turn out to be as well, and but it definitely was terrifying, but then smooth sailing afterwards, so it was good to go.
Yeah, I called the goat breeder, our goat breeder. I was like, I know it's a sheep, but it's got to be the same.
It's got to be the same.
She's like, well, you got to Crisco up your hands, and she said vegetable oil, and I was like, say what?
You want me to put my hand where?
You want me to do what? What you talking about with us? So
nice.
So yeah. So and then if we're going to talk about lambing, we might as well talk about goat kidding. Our kinder goats, which I think we're going to try to start being actual breeders and selling some kinder goats maybe. But
we have a buckling if anybody is interested.
But we have 3 kids. 3 goat kids.
Oh, I was like, no, we got 4. 3 goat kids. Yes, those we have 3 of. My chocolate's sitting here staring at me.
So,
we have 3 goat kids, yes. Vega had
and that
Allie.
all went smooth. That was...
Yep, Vega had Allie in July, and I was actually talking to our goat breeder on Messenger, and I heard Vega screaming, and I went down there, and sure enough, she was in labor. And then Danny had the twins, the buckling and the doubling, just 3 weeks ago, and it all went very smooth.
Yeah, real smooth. And so, a lot of this livestock, I don't know how much success failure there is, but I'm marking it as a success because we're now getting goat's milk, and the kids love it. I love it. Jenny loves it. I don't drink milk. Maybe about once every 8 to 12 months you'll see me grab a glass of milk. But I've been drinking the goat's milk, not all that much, but making cheese out of it. I've made butter out of it now.
Yep.
So that's definitely providing for us. The kids are having the milk in their cereals, and so definitely a huge plus right there. We need more, so we're going to start milking the other one here soon, probably. Couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I don't know. So, and then we move on to pigs on pasture, or pigs in general. Is that where we're going next?
Yeah, let's do the pig of the week. Got 4 this year.
We got 4. We got them about 2 months later than I wanted to get them. And we were successfully doing the rotational grazing on pasture with them. And it was going great. They were growing slowly, not as fast as, cramming feed down their throats, but they were growing. What you eating over there? They were growing, and then we ran out of pasture growing time, and instead of finishing them off on hay, buying hay, and feeding them a lot of hay, we just decided to start feeding them grains, and we got them plumped up. 2 are at the butcher right now, and 2 are going next week. 1.5 of the 4 pigs are ours.
Yes.
We're basically giving our parents each half a pig.
Yes.
So the whole pig thing was a huge success. We learned a ton, but kind of a fail because we didn't get to finish them on rotational grazing because we just ran out of time. But I really think if I would have gotten them 2 months earlier, we would have been good.
Yeah. Would have been a lot better.
But that's not our fault either. They were available when they were available. So what do you got next, babe?
Meat chickens.
Meat chickens. Nothing but success. I still haven't put that video together, so who knows if I ever will.
It was our first time doing it, and we did them in a tractor that we moved periodically, every day, every other day, every few days, something like that. And yeah, I mean, we started with 51. 1 died. Processed 50 of them. Kept 30 for ourselves. The rest went to family and friends, and yeah.
Well, we sold 20.
Yeah, sold 20
to family and friends.
Yeah.
And they got a good deal, and it brought our overall price, I believe, down to 76 cents a pound.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Of our 30, so that's pretty cool.
Yep.
That's something we'll probably definitely continue. We'll have to,
yes.
But so I see no failures whatsoever in the meat chickens. I see nothing but success there.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree.
Bees. Well, what did we end up with? 4 quarts of honey?
Yeah.
4 quarts of honey, but the hive failed. And being newbies, I did not recognize early enough that the queen was not laying. My son and I, TJ and I, we thought we saw larvae in there on one of the first couple peaks. But it turns out we didn't. And then it took me a while to realize that the queen wasn't laying. She just wasn't laying anything. And then a little while later down the road, the queen was gone. And then the other YouTube channel, Lefty's Rabbit, he said he lives relatively close to us, and he was going to give me a rack of brood, and we were going to attempt to get a queen created. And I failed to get that all set up. So the hive overall failed, but we got our first taste of homegrown honey. So
it's good.
Our home produced honey, or however you want to say it. So.
And it was our first time doing a hive. So
overall failure. And I processed it down, the beeswax and stuff, so we've also been playing with the beeswax. But I gotta really say overall failure because, well, the bees are
We gotta start over.
Yeah. So, alright, what we got going, babe?
Do you want to just move to here?
Food storage?
Or did we want to touch base on that?
Alright, yeah, so we'll stay on livestock for a second, and we're reevaluating what we need and want here to help achieve self-sustainability. So, I also butchered a couple sheep this year. It was my first time butchering, so everything about that I put as a positive, as a success, because I had never fully butchered an animal before. Except for chickens and stuff. And these 2 sheep we got from a buddy. They're the same exact kind of sheep as ours, but the amount of meat that we ended up with, I was very surprised. And it wasn't a lack of me being able to get the meat off. It was just, these are very very small sheep. And so it really got us rethinking our sheep.
They look kind of big, but they're very fluffy.
Yeah. So we've decided to get rid of the sheep and focus on the goats only, which the goats are also small, and generally speaking it could apply to male or female, but whatever males we can't sell, we are in the mindset to butcher them.
Yep.
But the sheep, some of us got kind of attached to, and we're not going to butcher them, but we are going to sell them, which will be an income for us, and we are selling them for more than we bought them.
Yep.
And really, overall, probably even more than all the feed that we've put into them, because we don't give them a lot of feed.
They don't go through a lot of feed.
We give them a lot of hay that we grew.
Go through a lot of hay.
But so, anyways, we have a buyer coming next week to probably pick them up. It's not in stone, and we'll see. So, but the other thing, livestock, we're rethinking is we have no need for chickens.
We can't use the eggs because of Andrew's allergies, so we're basically...
And we're hooked on duck eggs.
Yeah, we're basically, especially right now because the egg production has dropped so low, we're basically feeding like 35 chickens for them to look pretty in the yard.
So we're going to keep, if you talk to me or Jenny, 5 to 10 chickens probably.
Yeah, maybe like 8 to 12.
Or 3 to 6.
Or maybe like 8 to 12.
So we will be keeping a couple. I like seeing the chickens walk around, and there's one chicken for sure that has a pardon for life, and that's one of the very first ones that we got. So
moved us here.
Yeah, that moved us here. So that's stuff we're rethinking there. So those chickens are going to go to the freezer.
And that goes into food storage.
Let's go to food storage. This year, nothing but success. I will never be happy with the amount of meat that we put away, though. I need a cow in the freezer. I need to raise a cow and put a cow. Then I might be happy. But overall, we got 30 chickens in the freezer, and it seems to be lasting us forever.
Yeah, I've used quite a bit of it, but there's still quite a bit of meat out there, which is nice to see.
Right, and if you saw our pantry video...
There you go.
We got a lot canned, or I should say Jenny got a lot canned, even in the midst of her arm. Ton more than we did last year.
A ton more,
and,
most definitely.
And
yeah,
then,
last year was kind of like fighting tooth and nail to get me to can. I don't want to can. Canning is not exactly the most enjoyable thing for me.
Yeah, I see a lot of people really like it. A lot, and it's like Jenny and I are kind of like.
I don't want to sit here and peel.
It's more of a necessity than a like for us.
Yeah, it's definitely not a hobby of mine.
Now, seeing the pantry full, oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I will, the first year, I did it, I didn't want to, and I did it, and we got some stuff, and it was kind of neat to go out there and be able to be like, oh, I didn't grab anything at the store for dinner or whatever, and go out there and be able to grab something, or something that I forgot. So that kind of motivated me to really kick it into gear this year. And also I was able, rather than going and like harvesting all 400 carrots at once that I suddenly had to do something with, I went and did it in batches. And that really makes a big difference because then it's not so overwhelming feeling. So, yeah.
Yeah, so all
ton of canning done. And a bunch of vegetables and stuff in the freezer too.
Right, yeah, as I say, all the canning, all the frozen vegetables in the freezer, all the chicken in the freezer, the 2 sheep that I butchered, which doesn't really equal too much, and
soon to be pigs.
And soon to be pigs. They're on the list for this year. They got raised this year, and 2 are butchered now, 2 going next week. So overall, food storage, huge success.
But not enough.
But yeah, I mean, I'm almost starting to think there can't be enough. But
we're a family of 6.
Family
we
of 6.
Require a lot of food.
Especially those boys put some food away.
That's ridiculous. They haven't even hit teenagers yet. And the amount of food that they consume and then the amount of, weight that they don't gain.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
what is wrong with you? But they're nonstop on the go.
So we're really going to look to up that. And we want to try some different things that we're not used to eating. Like, I'll just go ahead and say one thing is like squash. We're not real used to eating squash, but we're willing to try and get into our diet and get it stored away.
Vegetable squash this year. We did eat it a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't say it was the greatest.
But not bad.
We grew it.
Yeah, we can get used to that kind of stuff. Okay, so our last thing that we want to talk about is social media. So it all really kind of started this year with YouTube. Well, part of our food storage, go back to that, is we did our own maple syrup this year.
Oh, yeah.
And in the midst of boiling down the maple syrup, I decided to make a video. What compelled me to do that?
I wasn't even home.
Yes, you were. You saw me out there.
Yeah, I was grilling. I'm like, who's he talking to? Whatever. Weirdo out there talking to himself.
But Andrew must have saw that I was a little nervous. I was a little fumbly or whatever. And he's like, Dad, I want to do it with you. I want to do it with you. So he hung out with me and he did that video with me. I'll link it right here. But Andrew and I...
He just about took out my face that time.
Andrew and I had a lot of fun making that video. And then putting our first video up and the responses that we got out of it. And...
inspired us to keep going.
Yeah.
It took a while before I actually got on camera.
It did. And she kind of looked at me like, you're making more videos? Why are you doing? But we've had so much fun with YouTube. And then that kind of led us to go into the conference.
Yep. Stock and Patera.
What's the conference name?
You can't say it.
What is it, babe?
The Great Appalachian Homestead
Conference. That's what I said. Homestead Conference.
That's what he said.
We had so much fun there. And then... Go ahead.
We met off-grid with Doug and Stacy, and we were asking them, we're just starting our YouTube channel.
I kind of sheepishly went up to them, we have a little,
can you talk to us?
15 subscriber YouTube channel. Can I videotape you?
And Doug jumped up and took a picture with us and slapped it up on Instagram, and
Jenny and I were like,
Insta what? About Instagram.
Insta what?
I think I had been on it once, once, and I was like, meh. But that was even 5 years ago.
Right.
And so then we were like, well, we need to be on Instagram. We need to see what this photo even looks like.
So I made an account real quick. Jenny and I put Instagram on our phone. We're like, oh, look, cool. And now, if you don't know, we blow up Instagram.
It's crazy.
It is nuts. And we always tell you guys to go follow us. So if you want to stalk us, that's where you do it.
Instagram's the place to go.
Yep. I would say on average... 3 pictures at least a day, probably.
Yeah.
Not every day, but I mean, some days it's 5, 6, 7. Sometimes it seems like.
Stop shaking the camera, or Grandma Bandana's gonna need Dramamine again.
Oh yeah, that live broadcast.
That was funny.
Well, yeah, and so we'll do that too. But so Instagram, we start blowing that up, and then
I opened up an Etsy store for some of my crochet stuff.
Yeah, we listed that in the social media section just because. We have to promote Jenny's Etsy store, but also a
lot of our YouTube subscribers have gone and placed orders and stuff, and it's really
opened up a dialogue with them.
Yeah, and it's neat to just be able to interact with them in other places as well. So.
We still do our Facebook, but I mean, Facebook is really back burner stuff. I mean,
Instagram is so easy. So seriously, just follow us on Instagram.
To a degree, YouTube is semi back burner. Instagram is where we are.
Yeah,
really. No offense to YouTube. It's just making the videos can be
time consuming. And then editing and.
Like this one's coming up on 20 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
And then so the other fun things on YouTube that we did this year was a bunch of collabs.
Yep, that was neat.
You got them listed somewhere.
Yeah, right there.
So we did 3 frugal family food collabs. Mm-hmm. One was our family meal. Go ahead.
What?
What was the other ones?
Frugal Family Food Junior Edition.
Junior Edition, that Faith made waffle. French toast. Waffly bacon. French toast.
And Frugal Family Food.
Manly Edition.
Yeah, something like that. And.
Preppers versus Homesteaders.
Yep.
That was pretty fun.
That one was.
I remember that first Frugal Family Food. Tangy got a hold of us or Amanda?
It was Tangy.
And she's like, do you want to do a collab? I was like, a
what? I'm like, well, can you tell me what this is? And what do I need to do? I don't know. Yeah, that was great.
And then the whole community, I mean, Doug and Stacy and off-grid Doug and Stacy, Tangy the Caver's wife, Amanda from the Fundamental Homestead, Fundamental Home, Michigan Snow Pony blew up our channel when she did a video on us, and I mean, just our subscribers when Snow Pony did that was like, we were having our 100 subscriber contest, and she did this video, and I don't know, we went up to like 400 or 300 or something. I forget. But the community overall, I mean,
they just started boosting us up, and
we have had no negative experience on YouTube, I don't think.
No.
It's been great. It has been a really great experience and meeting some really great people.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm not even... Sutton's Days, we've been chatting with her like crazy.
Road to the Farm, Dirt Patch Heaven.
Oh my gosh, we go
Deep South Homestead.
Okay, stop. So then the other collab we did was the carousel packages, or carousel package. That was a lot of fun. That was neat.
Can you say the name of who started that? I love quizzing him because he can't say y'all's.
Yes, I can.
Are you sure?
Palmetto Paratrooper?
Yes, very good.
All I could think of was pomegranate. Because there's one in the fridge and I want to crack it open.
Palmetto Paratrooper. He started it. Definitely go check out the carousel package.
Yep, that was a lot of fun. And then the last one was Through Kids' Eyes.
Through Kids' Eyes with one at Deep South.
One at Deep South Halls. And we turned down a couple others just because we didn't feel like we could honestly commit to a certain time or whatever to have the collab.
It was like in the middle of crazy time.
If there's something that we have to have something done by a certain time, we probably won't join in. It's
difficult. Yeah. It is.
So that's that, babe. I mean, was there anything else? The one other thing was hay. Successful that we are still getting our hay, and we found out a system that works with our baler that includes me walking behind it and tying knots every so often.
Something that was kind of cool with hay, sorry to interrupt, is you used your grain drill to plant the horse hay next.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of cool.
That was
the first time using it.
Yep, and it worked great. It came up really great this fall.
Sure beats the hand thingy that we did the first time around.
But we lost a lot of hay. Yeah. I really screwed up on the first cut and did not cut when I should have. And then on another cut, I took a gamble to let it dry one more day, and it ended up raining for 5. So that was wasted. So, but anyways, that's that. Let's get these people out of here. 22 minutes. You got anything else? Anything else sticking out in your head that's just either really sucked or is really awesome? You know, no. Except for me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Something.
All right, guys. I'm sure this could, if we really wanted to, this could be like a 3-hour video. Yeah. Next week or the week after, look for our 2017. I don't know if I want to put goals out quite yet.
Looking
forward, some of our ideas, our thoughts, probably some goals. And yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Overall, 2016 was successful. Some stuff we didn't get to, some stuff we had to change plans on, some stuff we hopefully never have to repeat.
I'm going to give you guys a little, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sneak peek.
A little sneak peek. Little preview for 2017. And all I'm going to say is this was a very busy year for us. And so some of the things, the way I'm thinking about next year is just slowing down a little bit. Maybe that's a good way to put it.
Like moving slow or?
Well, I'm getting old. I do move slow. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. I'm Mike.
I'm Jenny.
Pratt Family Homestead. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And our Etsy, email, and P.O. Box information is linked below.
Oh, yeah. We got a P.O. Box. That's the first too.
Yep. Another one.
We got a lot of firsts this year. Jenny was going to read through all these firsts, but we'll...
the first.
Yeah, Doug from Doug and Stacy kept commenting on Instagram. Another first.
You're in first for you guys. It really was. We did a lot of new stuff this year. We
really did. So, and we got a whole list here, but we're going to let you get out of here. Yeah. So, we really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. And goodbye.
Bye.